Hello everybody. Um Back here with the tops. I'm gonna do this as the top 5 movies that you kinda hear rumored or you kind of whatever and you're like, oh, I wish that would come out. So, with that being said, you know, I'm gonna do a top five most or top five rumored movies that I wish would come out. I hope that makes sense to you. You know, number five is a sequel to Friday the 13th. Now, I know I've heard a couple things here, and I know there's a kind of another remake, reboot, whatever, of Friday the 13th. We're not going to talk about that one, you know, but we will talk about this. I heard, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, year and a half, 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember when, that they were coming out with a sequel to the remake of Friday the 13th. Now, for me, putting all my personal stuff aside, or my personal opinions aside of what I believe on remakes or reboots or any of that crap, I would actually like to see this. You know, I actually would like the first, the remake of Friday the 13th. I thought it was really good. Would love to see what they could do to a sequel. Um, Number four is Halloween 3D. Now, again, loved Rob Zombie's first Halloween. The second one was kind of hit or miss for me. Um, Now, granted, I don't really want to see the 3D gimmick for Halloween, but I would like to see a new Halloween movie. If it happens to be Halloween 3 and somebody else takes over it, or if, Rob Zombie decides to come back and do a third one, I'd be okay with it. I do like 3D, but I don't think it needs to go in with this. Halloween doesn't need that gimmick. So, if, because I did read that they were planning on this. If they do, I don't know. I think it's going to be hit or miss for me, for the 3D gimmick part of it. So, um, number three is the untitled Eminem boxing movie. Now, I do like Eminem. Um, I actually read this in the magazine probably 10 years ago. Um, I don't think it's really been that long, but it's been years. I read that they were doing it, Eminem was coming back and make another movie, and then I read something online, probably, you know, I don't want to say exactly when it was, because I'm not quite sure, but I did read that the director was going to do uh, a Biggie movie or a Tupac movie, and he stepped away from that to do this boxing one with Eminem. You know, so hopefully we will see it, but you know, number two is not really one that I read about or anything. It's more of one that I've seen a little picture for it, on another picture. Um, and it's one that I would like to see. So I'm gonna say the rumor is, the little picture, whatever. That's where I'm getting this from. is Chucky versus Leprechaun. You know, I could have. Let me explain this. You know, I could have used the number two spot for Freddy vs. Jason 2, which I've heard a couple things that maybe they're making a sequel. If anybody's seen the first one, knows how the first one ends. The possibility for a sequel is there, you know. But I chose Leprechaun versus Chucky because I think this would be great, you know. Considering that Chucky, they still make Child's Play movies, you know. Got the voice, they got to do the voice for all of them, you know. And again, rumored that they are going to make more Child's Play movies. You know, WWE Films is coming out with a new Leprechaun movie. I think this year or next year. You know, so considering that the two franchises are still kind of alive, if they got the original Leprechaun, the guy to play the, from the original movies to come back, you know, I think it would be a good movie, you know, hopefully. Now, the number one is more like, it's been rumored for years. Let's just face it. It's been rumored for a while now. You know, heard I see, yeah, I see. Heard, or seen a video of Ice Cube talking about it. Seen a video of Chris Tucker talking about it. Actually, when there's a Hall show. And I know Ice Cube was on there, and I think he talked about it too. But it is a new Friday movie. Now, I'm really excited for this. And I think it's more than just a rumor. It's as Ice Cube put it, the script's pretty much done. You know, so I'm working on the script for a while. From my understanding, every character is coming back. You know, I mean, I guess that would depend on Cat Williams because I think he's still in jail. If they can get him to come out for it, but the thing is, they need this movie. If it's like the first two, I didn't really care for the third one, but if it's like the first two, you get all these great people to come back into it, Ice Cube, Cat Williams, Chris Tucker, um, you know, the dad, which I can't think of his name right now. Was it Mike Epps? Hell, you can even throw in a couple of newer people in there. You can throw Kevin Hart in there. And, why not? Throw The Rock in there for all I care. You know, if the studio greenlights it, and that's what I heard they're waiting on, and those are the words from Ice Cube himself, this will be great. No. The rumored date is sometime in 2014, possibly 2015, but I definitely heard this year. You know, the rumored title was Last Friday. It's supposed to be the last one. I would love to see it. You know, love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Alright, peace out.